Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of the Black and Gold Show dedicated to Alabama State football. I'm your host, JB. If you're watching this right now, you are tuned in to the Sports Talking with JB YouTube channel. Unfortunately, this show is not live. This is pre-recorded. I have a previous engagement to do for Wednesday night, but this is pre-recorded. I hope you guys tune in. Make sure you do these three things that I always ask of you. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share this to your people. That's all I ask you to do. So first things first, man. I appreciate everybody for all the support, man. We've been doing this. This is episode 12. It feel like it's been about 30 episodes, but it's only episode 12. We got a lot of content on the Sports Talk with JB YouTube channel. Also on the social media page, Sports Talk JB. You can follow me right there at Sports Talk JB as well as Instagram. So we coming off a tough loss, as you guys know, man. I want y'all to be in the comments during this video. Let me know you watch it. Let me know what you like. Let me know if I missed something, So all in all, man, I'm a little disappointed tonight because Bama State, they did something they shouldn't have done this past Saturday. And you all know the title of this episode is What Happened at Grambling. I'm shocked. I'm still shocked right now. I was more pissed off after the game on Saturday, but now here we go 3-4 days later, I'm just disappointed because we got a big game coming up this Saturday. And for you guys that don't know what the big game is coming up this Saturday, there it is. 2 o'clock at ASU Stadium is going to be a blackout. Bama State versus Jackson State. That is the game this week. The big game everybody been waiting for. Everybody been looking forward to. That's what's going on this Saturday. But before we get to that, we have to talk about what happened this past Saturday. And last week on the show when I said this is a trap game. And we got caught in that trap. Man, I've been trying to get my thoughts together over the past couple of days. I did take notes to preview the Jackson State game. I was so prepared, so hyped for it. And then Saturday evening happened, and it felt like a gut punch. It really did. And I'm still supporting ASU, still supporting the Hornets. Never going to stop. But it hurts to lose a game like that you had. You had the game intact. We're going to talk about that first things first, though. First things first, let's talk, not talk, but I want to promote these young athletes, NILs, man. So if you guys know, you can get the merch at Influxer.com. That is the name of it, Influxer. You see the Marcus Cunningham right there, football. You get all this merch. They got hoodies, T-shirts, jerseys, everything right there on Influxer.com. Or you can go to Bama State NIL merch on Instagram. Not only football, you see we got basketball right there, women's basketball. All of the sports. That's soccer right there. They got everything. They go men's basketball, and the basketball season has just kicked off and begun. So, I mean, that way you can find all the NIL merch right there on Influxer. So support the athletes, support our young HBCU athletes. They don't get a lot of NIL deals like the big Power 5 schools do, so we have to support them the best way we can. All right, so yeah, game week right here, man. We playing JSU. Oh boy, I'm not gonna. I said I wasn't gonna talk about. Hold on, not gonna talk about that game yet. Not gonna talk about that game yet. What I am gonna talk about is the Grambling game. I want to kind of touch on that. I saw the game, watched every play of that game, and I thought we had the game after 3 quarters. Matter of fact, we did have it. We did have it. After 3 quarters, it was 23-10. Bama State on the road. Yeah, we were in total control of that game. But we couldn't close out. And that seems to happen a lot, man. We had same thing. All these games that have been close this season. Takes me back to the Bethune-Cookman game when we had that game, and we ended up winning, but they came back in the fourth quarter, you know. And I don't know, man. I'm still upset, as y'all can probably see. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna push through right now. I'm pushing through. All right, pushing through. I wish I was live right now so I can feed off the chat, but unfortunately I couldn't be live right now. I may do another video. I may do a pregame or something. I don't know, but y'all just stay with me now. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right, so what went wrong during that game? First 3 quarters was fine. It was a pretty decent game. Kareem Key, he had 280 yards passing. 280 yards passing. We didn't run the ball well. But, and Bethune, not Bethune, I'm thinking about Bethune. I'm sorry. I'm so thrown off. Grambling couldn't even pass the ball. They only had about 97 yards passing total. They couldn't even pass the ball. They did run the ball well. They had a guy, I can't think of his name. I have to look him up. But he ran the ball well, had 3 touchdowns on the day. But I just feel like we gave that game away. You know, I know you guys feel me. It's like you had it, and you just let it go. I don't understand, man. This is the game we had to have. We absolutely had to have this game. Keelan Elder. His last name was Elder. He was the running back. He had 104 yards and a touchdown. My bad. Trey Bradford had a touchdown as well. And Deidre Talbert, he had the touchdown at the end of the game. They scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. We scored nothing. Nothing. That was the final score right there, 24-23. Had a chance to close it out, man. We got the ball back with 2 minutes to go, less than 2 minutes to go. Kareem Key made some big plays to get us down in field goal position, and we missed the field goal. Easy field goal. I think it was like 30, maybe 34 yards, 35-yard field goal, and he just shanked it. Lord have mercy. Brandon Gilliam. And I've been praising him. I know he had that one bad game where he missed all those kicks against FAMU homecoming. He missed like 3 kicks against FAMU, but he turned that around because he was making those kicks. He had like one game he made like 4 field goals. He's been reliable for the most part. But to miss that game, it was, oh my God. It felt like the season was, it just felt like that was it for the season. And I'm only saying this because it was high stakes coming up for this week. You got Jackson State, who was on a bye week, sitting back. FAMU lost. FAMU got upset by PV this past Saturday. Or was it Alcorn? I can't even remember. But FAMU lost, all right? So they had 2 losses. Bama State still had 1 loss in the SWAC. Now we got 2. Jackson State, they don't have a loss in the SWAC, in the conference. You know what? Oh, man. It's tough. It's tough because right now, in order for us to have even a chance to win the SWAC East and compete for the SWAC championship, we have to beat Jackson State this Saturday and beat them convincingly because the way they do the tiebreakers, and I saw this and I heard this, if it's a tiebreaker, then they go by common opponents and how much you won by. So we lost to FAMU. I can't even remember the score. It probably was by 13 points if I had to guess. I can't even remember the score off the top. But we would have to beat Jackson State by 14 or better. And Jackson State will have to lose next week as well. And we have to win, of course, next week. So, man, it's still hope. It's still a small little smidget of hope left. But we have to go out this weekend, this Saturday, and beat Jackson State by at least 17 points, I would say, just to be safe. By about 17 points, and hope they lose the next week. So, I mean, we were right there in the catbird seat. Now we just hoping and wishing on something. But we still got to take care of business. We still going to have to take care of business. Like I just said, I don't know what happened, man. We had the game full in hand. We had a turnover. Kareem Key fumbled the ball, gave them a short field. They scored a touchdown. Go ahead, take the lead. We get it back. We go downfield to kick the game-winning field goal and shank it. Missed it badly. And that was it. That was it, man. Shouts out to Grambling, though, because they fought. They fought. I can't deny that. They held us under 100 yards rushing. You know, they ran for over 100 yards. They didn't pass the ball well. They had a freshman quarterback. Of course, we got Kareem Key, and he threw for 280. He made plays. I can't really blame Kareem Key, even though he fumbled. I can't blame him because he put us in position to win this game. He made plays all day. He ran the ball very well. He ran for 2 touchdowns. They did a lot of read option. He was keeping it and getting there. I mean, I don't know. He was the most effective player for us this past Saturday. We're going to need Key to do that and some this coming week because Jackson State is the best team in the SWAC. So we're going to have to turn it up times 10 if we're going to beat Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's just, it still hurts. It hurts in the heart. It hurts. And I know y'all feel the same, man. I know y'all do. But like I say, we need a blackout this Saturday. We need a blackout at ASU Stadium. 2 p.m. kickoff. I think they trying to sell it out. I think we had like 15,000 right now. I'm not sure. But that loss really hurt. It really hurt. And I don't even want to talk about it no more. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's take care of business, control what we can control. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I haven't really given up, even though I'm not as confident as I was last week. I'm not as confident. I can't sit here and lie to y'all and say I'm confident that we will get the job done and that we will make the SWAC championship. I don't know. I mean, to lose that game to Grambling, it was just terrible. That was in the worst possible scenario for us right there. The worst. After winning Madison City Classic and Port City Classic, to fall into that trap, basically. Fall into that trap against Grambling with a freshman quarterback making his second start, you know. But, I mean, it is what it is, y'all. What I want to do right now is preview Jackson State, Bama State for this Saturday. All right, I got my notes right here, man. Y'all know Jackson State Tigers, coached by T.C. Taylor, who just got a contract extension. Shout out to him for that. They are 8-2 on the season. Let's kind of look at the games they have played so far. They lost the first game to Louisiana Monroe 30-14. That was early on, out of conference. They've won all the games. Lost to Grambling. They lost to Grambling as well. I almost forgot about that. They lost 41-20 early on in the season back in September. That was a shocker right there. That was a shocker. So at least I don't feel as bad because Grambling put foot in Jackson State. But that was when Miles Crawley at quarterback and whatnot. And I don't know, the situation was so different. But they have ran through and basically won the rest of their games. Had a close one with A&M, Alabama A&M. They won that game 45-38. They beat FAMU 35-21. Beat Texas Southern 43-14. They've been putting up points. Beat Bethune-Cookman 37-17. Arkansas Pine Bluff 41-3. And then they beat Mississippi Valley 51-14. And no, was that last week? Yeah, that was last week. So now they got us this week. And then the next week, they have Alcorn. So they play Alcorn next week. I don't know. We got Pearview next week. But let's not look to next week. Let's look at this week. So let me preview Jackson State right now. Their quarterback, man, Jacobian Morgan, he's been great this season. 1,637 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, has 63 carries for 264 yards and another 5 touchdowns. So he has accounted for 20 touchdowns on the season. Almost over 2,000 yards, all purpose just him by himself. So, yeah, he's real deal, man. Jacoby Morgan is real deal. So, and they've been putting up points, like I say, all those 40 and 50 points, high 30s. They've been putting up points all season. They have a running back who is probably the best running back in the SWAC, Irv Mulligan. He's a senior. He's 5'10", 205 pounds. He has 120 carries for 890 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns. That's over 7 yards per carry. 4 straight games with over 100 yards rushing. So he's going to be toting that rock, man. He's probably averaging about 17 carries per game. He's going to be toting the rock. And if he gets going, it's going to be a long day for Bama State. Even though we've been very well at stopping the run, not over the past few weeks because we've given up over 100 yards. So I don't know. I really don't know what we do with Irv Mulligan. They got a freshman running back as well I want to talk about. Travis Terrell Jr. He's only 5'8", $165, but he has 51 carries for 345 yards and 5 touchdowns himself. So Jackson State can really run the ball. But the strong suit to me, I believe, is the passing game. They got this receiver I want to spotlight, man. Jonas Fortillion. He's 6'5", 220 pounds. He's a redshirt sophomore. He was signed by Coach Prime back in 2022. But this year, this has been his breakout season. 28 receptions, 469 yards, 7 touchdowns after pretty much not playing at all last year, not much. Got in the game a couple games. But this season, he's really been doing his thing. He's really been doing it. And he's huge, man. He is a NFL-type prospect, 6'5", 220 with speed. Big catch, big play receiver right there. I don't know what you do with him. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for James Burgess, but I believe in him. James Burgess, Mon Scarborough, and those guys, man, Caleb Alford, they're gonna have their hands full this Saturday. Also, they have a few other receivers. Isaiah Spencer has 28 receptions, 459 yards, 3 touchdowns. Taquan Henderson has 14 catches for 238 yards, and Jay Dupree has 14 catches for 221 yards and 4 touchdowns. A lot of production right there from the receiver position at Jackson State. Their defense, 26 sacks on the season. That's a lot of sacks. 9 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries. And, they're going to get out the key. They're going to try to get out the key. Key hasn't been sacked much this season. He tends to not make bad mistakes. We talk about the fumble. He had the 1 pick on the season. But Key's been very efficient. Very efficient for a guy for QB5, put it that way. Very efficient for a guy who come in, walk on, wasn't expected to play, and here we go. He's leading the charge. So I really can't be mad at Kareem Key for what he's doing. But they're going to send the dogs. I think they're going to send pressure. So we're going to have to contain offensive line. They've been playing better. So we're going to have to be careful. And we're going to have to, dial up some stuff. I don't know what we do. I like the read option we were doing where he was keeping the ball. We were doing a lot of that. I don't know, man. I don't have the game plan. I'm just speaking to you of what I think they should do. So my score prediction for this game. This is the first time. Hold on. I got to take a sip. Hold on. This is the first time I'm going to pick against Bama State. Yep. I got Bama State 24, Jackson State 28. I think it's going to be close. I think we can hold them to 28, but I don't think we can score more than 24. Prove me wrong, though. Prove me wrong. I don't know. I'm not confident. I'm not confident right now. I just feel like that loss last week was so demoralizing. They're going to be hyped. Of course they're going to be hyped. Of course. But I don't know, man. Jackson State can pretty much clinch the SWAC East with a win right here. They can clinch it. Meaning next week won't even matter, right? But we have to not only win, but win by a lot. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to have a chance, we can't just go in there and win by a field goal and then expect to get the tiebreaker or whatnot, because that'll go to probably FAMU. However it goes. But anyway, I got Jackson State to win the game 28-24. I think Kareem Key plays well. I think he made some big plays. I think Traquan Thomas gets a few sacks, couple sacks, maybe a forced fumble. Our secondary is going to be tested, but I think they can pretty much hold. I know James Burgess. I want him to get another pick. I don't know, man. I hope the defense, I hope they're up for the challenge. Jackson State is going to come in. They're going to come in with that attitude that we need to clinch, that we need to make this and just go ahead and take care of business. But it's going to be a big crowd. This is a big game. Everybody's been looking forward to. And I'm going to see what happens, man. I hate that I'm picking against Bama State, but please prove me wrong, Bama State, please. I didn't want to do it, but I had to be realistic. I had to be realistic, man. So I hate it, but I had to do it. Yeah. My gut is telling me that. My heart saying Bama State, but my gut is telling me Jackson State. Yeah, man. So this video, like I say, this episode pre-recorded. Make sure y'all hit the comments, man. I think I had some technical difficulties on my video or whatnot. I apologize for it. I saw something come up on the screen a couple times. Had no idea what that is. But make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Appreciate all the new subscribers I've got. I recognize you guys out there. And share it to your people. Share it to your people. Share the whole channel to your people, man. Do that for your boy. Next week, we coming back. We will be live next week. I may do a reaction if we beat Jackson State. I may do something on Sunday. Not sure yet, but yeah. All right, man. I got to get out of here. I appreciate all the love and support, man. As always, this is JB, the host of the Black and Gold Show. Bama State, peace and love. I'm out of here, y'all. Much love.